What is up, YouTube? It's YoniDerhy here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to edit your Instagram photos using Lightroom mobile. Let's begin. Cue that intro. Alright guys, so a bunch of you have been asking me how I edit my photos on my Instagram. To be honest, I actually do a lot of my editing on my computer. But sometimes if I want to post a picture quickly on my feed or onto my story, I'll actually use Lightroom Mobile to edit my photos. It's very easy, fast, and it does a really good job. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that right now. Let's begin. What I'm going to do is start off with crop. So I'm going to hit the 2x3 and then 4x5 and then just move the picture and recompose it to where you like it. So I'm going to do that 4x5 just because that's the proper sizing for Instagram. Then I'm going to go into light. So in light you can adjust the basic corrections. So what I'm going to do is increase the exposure just a little and then add some contrast into the image, lower the highlights just a bit because the top half of the image is really bright. I'm going to do just a little bit of that and then increase the shadows just because the bottom half of the image is very dark. Increase the whites just a little bit and then lower the blacks a bit. Now this picture looks nice and contrasty to me, and I already like the way it's looking. Next I'm going to jump into curves. So in curves you can really adjust the tone of the image that you're trying to go for. So what I like to do is make 3 points on the graph and then start by lifting the bottom half, the bottom point. What this does is adds a fade into the image. So then I'm going to do the same thing with the top right corner and then just make a little S on the graph, and what that does is creates like another contrasty curve. Alright, so you hit done now. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into color. What you can do here is actually adjust your white balance as well as the saturation of your picture. So I'm actually gonna reduce the temperature more towards the cooler side because I feel like it's a little too green. As well with the tint, maybe add some purples into the tint, and I feel like that looks a little bit nicer. Then I'm going to add some vibrance into the image because we're in an aquarium. You want to show off the colors of the water, of the fish, and what I'm going to do to balance that out is actually reduce the saturation. So to me that looks really good. Next we're going to go into mix. So these are your HSL sliders, and you can actually individually select the colors that you want to change in the image. So I'm actually going to just go right into green, and what I'm going to do is just slide the hue around, see what I like. I like it more to the right side of the image, so that's what I'm going to do. And then you can also increase or decrease saturation. I'm going to increase it by 10. And luminance, what that does is just adds white into the color. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next, I'm going to go into the teals. So like again, just slide. I like it more to the blue side of the teal. And then with saturation, maybe increase it a little bit. And luminance, I'm going to leave it at a lower number just because I feel like there's already a lot of white in the image, in the blues already. Okay, so now I'm going to hop into the blue. I'm going to just slide the hue around. Going too much to the right makes the blues turn purple. I don't want that, so I'm going to go more to the left. Makes it a little bit more teal. I kind of like the way that looks, so I'm going to leave it at that. Increase saturation by a little bit, leave luminance the same. Now I'm going to hit done, and already the image looks a lot better. So if you actually hold down on the screen, it shows you the before. So as you can see here in the image, it was super flat, it was very green, it was boring, it just didn't look good. So now after the edit, it looks much better, but we're still not done. I'm going to go into the effects. Here you can actually adjust the split toning and the clarity of the picture. So I'm going to add a little bit of clarity here just to sharpen the image overall. Add some vignette into the picture. What that does is add kind of like a black border around your picture. I like the way it looks because it actually brings out the image overall, and it also draws your attention to the middle, which is the subject, in this case me. I'm gonna feather just a little bit because it makes it a little softer on the edges, not so harsh. And then I'm gonna go into split toning. So split toning, it lets you actually adjust the color in the highlights and the shadows of the picture. So I'm gonna go into highlights. If you actually slide all the way to the top, you can see what you like. So I like it more on the teal side, so I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna start sliding down, and 15 looks pretty good to me. And do the same thing with shadows. So around the blue area, and then slide down. So I really like the way that looks. Next, we're gonna go into detail, so you can add more sharpening into the picture. So I'm gonna be doing that just a little bit by 9. Looks good to me. Optics here, what this does is lets you enable the lens correction. So meaning if you took the image on a wide angle lens, it actually distorts your picture. So by turning on the lens correction, it actually kind of helps with the warp. In this picture, it's not doing anything, so I'm just gonna keep it off. And yeah, so now if you go back and hold down on the image, you'll see the before, and you let go and you see the after, and it looks incredible. I actually can't believe how good this looks. It looks almost pretty much the same as I can do on my computer, to be honest with you guys. So I'm really happy with this. Now to just export the picture, you hit the square with the arrow pointing up, hit save to camera roll, maximum available, and that's it. You are done editing on Lightroom Mobile. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video on how to edit your Instagram photos using Lightroom Mobile. If you did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up and a comment down below. If you are interested in seeing more Lightroom tutorials just like this one, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It means a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.